it's Mythos, and in today's gameplay I will be showcasing the P7. Don't even want to mention however you call this LMG, because honestly, how the hell are you supposed to pronounce it? The Pulemyot 762? I mean, I don't know. But overall, this gun was actually a decent gun to use. It was above average LMG for sure. Only limiting factor was the recoil and bounce it gave. You know, it gave more bounce and recoil than Ice Spice. If you know, you know. Reminds me a lot of the RAL LMG in Modern Warfare 2019 and in Modern Warfare 2 with the iron sights and how much it moves. But in my opinion, this LMG was actually better than the Holger, or Holger, whatever, however you see it. The Holger was more of a mobile AR LMG hybrid, similar to like the RPK or the AUG LMG in Modern Warfare 2. But what makes this LMG usable is there's a conversion kit that increases the fire rate, I believe. It is a must-have attachment, and it really improves mobility as well. So you were pretty much running and gunning like you had an SMG or a pistol in your hands. And to start out the video, I did use the demolition vest. I pretty much use it in each one of my videos. I just love restocking tacticals and lethals, you know, throwing flashbangs, grenades. It gives you a lot of information on where enemies can be hiding in corners, room. It just gives you a lot of information where if you don't have a UAV up, pretty much a free UAV for that room at least. And for the class setup, I used a Slayer reflector to have cleaner sights, the VT7 Spirit Fire suppressor to avoid showing up on the enemy's minimap, the ST bullet barrel, the rubber recoil pad, and the P7628 bullpen conversion kit, which is what I mentioned before, how it increases fire rate and improves mobility. And I really did enjoy using multiple different weapons and different builds in the beta to experiment with, you know, the potential best class setups possible to maximize efficiency once that mastery camo drops, when the game drops, so I can already kind of have a game plan. Okay, use these attachments, use these perks. This is going to help out with long shots. This is going to help out with close range kills, point blank kills, with sliding kills, etc. And in the beta, honestly, it's just a fun time to experiment without really wondering about your KD and your win-loss ratio. So it's all for fun. Fortunately, I was able to drop a nuke with pretty much almost every gun in the beta, except the launcher that they had. I don't think it was an RPG, in the pump shotgun. I didn't even touch those things. Those gameplays will be coming out soon. What were your guys' favorite weapons to use during the beta? Did you guys tend to use just one type of AR, one SMG, and stuck with it throughout the beta because it was meta and everybody was saying it was good? Or did you guys try the different weapons? Let me know what you guys did. I always like to get input and see what are in the minds of people. What do they do when they usually play the beta? And in these next 3 weeks, it's going to be extremely difficult to return back to Modern Warfare 2 and go back to that rat-infested multiplayer with no movement. So I'm not looking forward to that. It's probably going to be a long 3 weeks, but I'll be completing the Haunting Event Challenge. I believe it is one of the final events before Modern Warfare 3 comes out. And in this event, they wanted to collect souls. So you get these in DMZ, multiplayer, Warzone. And the more souls you collect, the more you can use them to redeem calling cards, emblems, charms, weapon blueprints. And the final one, I believe, is a camo called the Ghoulie camo. This was actually leaked by a lot of people, and people were somehow hacking into it and having these, using these in ranked, using these in Warzone. So we kind of had an idea what was coming, but this has to be one of the best holiday seasonal weapon mastery camos ever to come out from Activision. If you guys didn't see it, it's all over Reddit, it was all over Twitter, but it's called the Ghoulie camo. It has a pink, purple, greenish colors. It's animated, it's very bright, it almost like glows in front of the screen, and I'm all for that. I'm all for the flashy camos, you know, show off what you earned. And honestly, this might be even better than Orion. Honestly, really depends. It's definitely up there. My guess is that we will need around 1,000 souls to unlock it. It hasn't been confirmed how many souls thus far, but if you guys remember, we had that trophy hunt mastery calling card a few months ago, and they required 1,000 trophies. I believe it's going to be the same thing, so it keeps people playing. which I'm all for. You know, why are you gonna make it 50 souls and just make it extremely easy and then boom, call it a day? I would have hoped if it was unlocked by maybe getting a nuke or going on an insane streak or doing something difficult, so it makes it feel like, wow, not everybody could have unlocked it, not every bot could have unlocked it, not every sweat could have unlocked it. Maybe it's an RNG. I think it would just add so much more to the grind and so much more uniqueness to it. Other than that, I might go back into DMZ just to experience Vondad or Vondo in night mode to see how the experience is in night mode. I wonder if there's gonna be zombies in DMZ. Almost as like a beta testing for zombies when it comes out Modern Warfare 3. But right now, I really have no desire to play DMZ. I think my completion rate is around 98%. The last ones are too much RNG, so I don't even want to deal with it. It was good once you pretty much exhausted and completed everything to do in multiplayer. The only thing I am missing is a Serpentine camo, and I might go for it, might not. I'm not really stressing for it, but if I have the time and all the masteries are done in Modern Warfare 3, I might go back to it. But it also depends. We don't fully know if DMZ is going to be fully upgraded and added new missions for Modern Warfare 3, so we'll see. All in all, I did really enjoy Modern Warfare 2. I do believe it had the most content and things to grind for in the past few Call of Duties, like in Cold War, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2019. DMZ was a great addition to luring a larger player base with their mission, the upgrades, the weapon cases. It got a lot of those escape from Tarkov population. So it did really attract a lot of players to it. So it's another great mode for completionists to try to get the 100% everything. I've seen in Reddit, there's some people who have 100% upgrades, missions, weapon cases, even nodes, which I don't even know how you start that, but I'm not that insane to do. But this game also had raids when you can unlock exclusive skins, weapon blueprints, camos. They had Spec Ops, which is you know, you never hear someone say, oh, let me go hop on and play some Spec Ops. That's more of like maybe you're waiting for your homie to hop on, or let me just play a quick game, but I'm not trying to sweat my ass off. So that was just there as an intermediary kind of game mode. And Modern Warfare 2 also had a campaign, which was way better than Vanguard's in my opinion. And I don't take campaigns for granted, because look at BO4, we didn't even get a campaign mode. So you gotta be grateful for one, especially when it had a good story plot to it. One thing I gotta give props though as well is that they did release the campaign mode, I believe a week earlier for Modern Warfare 2. And I think that's huge, because I know there's a lot of others, my friends, a lot like me, where they go straight into multiplayer, grind out the camos, grind out weapons, try to drop nukes as soon as they can. So they completely neglect the campaign until pretty much they exhausted all of everything in multiplayer, and then they go to campaign. But then all the leaks are out of what happens, and the hype just isn't there. I feel like when everybody's forced to play the campaign at the same time, it's almost like we're watching, you know, the new top hit Netflix show, and we're waiting on a weekly basis, or Game of Thrones on a Sunday night, and just waiting for those episodes to come up, and everybody's talking about it on Twitter, on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. And Modern Warfare 2 also had Plunder, Warzone, Rebirth, Ground War, Invasion. They had multiple maps. There was just plenty of modes to do and to play and to grind in. So that is huge. We had the content. We just didn't have the movement. And I think that movement would have been the chef's kiss just to make this game so much better. If Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 movement, this probably could have been one of the best CODs there has been in decades. People are gonna think I'm smoking crack right now, but honestly, it would have been up there. All in all, Modern Warfare 2 did have that grind factor that I crave, that I seek. Vanguard, the last game, didn't have that grind factor. You know, all you had was Atomic to go for, Dark Ether. I went for it because I was smoking crack. And I'm pretty sure I lost plenty of brain cells playing Vanguard Zombies. The only thing that really kept me going and playing Vanguard was some of my best friends I met online. Alex, HT, Deshaun, you guys know who you are. But you can easily drop nukes in those games where the streak was to 25 and it had blitz pacing. So there's nothing like your team is losing badly because everyone's just going for kills. No one's going for hard point, the flags. And then one of your teammates would just clutch up in a minute or two and get 25 kill streak and then just nuke the whole lobby and win it. You know, that was the best feeling in the world. You just had that adrenaline rush. Everyone is hyping you up. And it was a lot easier to have clan battles or clan wars in pubs, you know. I remember we would always go against other clans like Matrix, AR, the Dominican, DR, I believe. We nuked them all. We have clips of them. So they say we didn't. We have clips, you know. I can expose you guys. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate all the support and enjoy the rest of the video. Peace.
Me too. Let me see it. What the hell? What the fuck happened?